காலமிதில் நிக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே. பிள்ளைகள் கூடி வந்தோ இந்த இனம் என்ன குலம் என்று யாவரையோ தந்தா பிள்ளைகள் ஆடி நின்றோ இங்கு வாரும் வல்லமையோடு
அனைவரும் தங்களுடைய இருக்கைகளில் அமருமாறு அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்ளப்படுகின்றனர். ஒளியிலிருந்து பிறந்தது உலகம், ஒளியிலிருந்து பிறந்தது உயிர்கள். அத்தகைய ஒளிதனை ஏற்றி இவ்விழாவை ஒளிரச் செய்ய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்கள் திரு சங்கரநாராயணன், திருமதி லீனா ஆண்டனெட் மரியா, அதனைத் தொடர்ந்து நம் கல்லூரியின் செயலர் தந்தை தாமஸ் அலெக்சாண்டர் மற்றும் முதல்வர் தந்தை லூயிஸ் ஆரோக்கியராஜ், லயோலா மாணவர் பேரவையின் தலைவர் ஹாண்டோ ரிஷப், துணைத் தலைவர் இனியவன் மற்றும் சிறப்பு செயலாளர் முஸ்தபா ஆகியோரை அழைக்கின்றேன். விளக்கேற்றி இவ்விழாவை தொடங்கி வைத்த உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் மிக்க நன்றி.
With great pleasure, I now invite Mr. Anto Rishabh SL, President of Loyola Student Council, to extend a profound welcome and set the tone for the proceedings.
As John Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Good morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the Loyola College Student Council for the academic year 2025 to 2026. Mr. R. Shankar, Senior Counsel, as our chief guest, and Ms. Lena Antoinette Maria, Deputy Director of Income Tax South Zone Vigilance, as our guest of honor. Your presence truly adds prestige and inspiration to this special occasion. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our respected dignitaries, Reverend Father Dr. J. Anthony Robinson, S.J., Rector, Reverend Dr. D. Thomas Alexander, S.J., Secretary and Correspondent, Reverend Dr. A. Louis Orike Raj, S.J., Principal, Professor L. Joseph Orikisami, Deputy Principal, Dr. J. Justin Rayappa, Dean of Students, Shift 1, and Professor Matthew Thomas Cruz, Dean of Students, Shift 2. We are also thankful to our beloved faculty members for your unwavering support and presence here today. This day marks a significant milestone in the journey of our student leaders, a step forward in embracing responsibility, igniting creativity, and serving the Loyola community with passion and purpose. The Student Council plays a vital role in fostering students' engagement, promoting innovation, and nurturing excellence across campus life. Let us carry this spirit forward as we begin a new chapter filled with collaboration, growth, and unforgettable memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anto. We are deeply honored to have with us distinguished dignitaries. As a mark of our respect, we now invite Reverend Father Secretary to honor the chief guest with a shawl. I now invite Reverend Father Principal to honor the chief guest with a memento. I now invite Dr. J. Justin Rayappa, Dean of Students Shift 1, to honor the chief guest with a bouquet. Thank you, dignitaries.
கௌரவ விருந்தினர் திருமதி லீனா ஆண்டனெட் மரியா அவர்களுக்கு பொன்னாடை வழங்கி கௌரவிக்க செயலர் தந்தை தாமஸ் அலெக்சாண்டர் அவர்களை அழைக்கின்றேன். அதனைத் தொடர்ந்து நினைவு பரிசு வழங்க முதல்வர் தந்தை லூயிஸ் ஆரோக்கியராஜ் அவர்களை அழைக்கின்றேன். பூங்கொத்து வழங்க பேராசிரியர் மேத்யூ, மாணவ புல தலைவர் சுழற்சி 2 அவர்களை அழைக்கின்றேன். அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி.
We are privileged to hear from our esteemed Jesuit leaders. I now invite Reverend Dr. D. Thomas Alexander, S.J., Secretary and Correspondent, Loyola College, to offer his felicitations.
A very good morning to all of you. Good morning. Thank you so much for your response. We are really grateful to have an eminent personalities in this campus, especially on the day of inaugurating the very activities of our own Students' Council. When I think of Students' Council, it is something great. It is a real democratic forum for the students to represent, to exhibit, and finally to interrelate or communicate among the students as well as with the management. Today, we are very fortunate to have the eminent personalities, Sankara Narayanan, an alumnus of our college. We are really very happy to have an alumnus to inaugurate the Students' Council, who knows every pulse of the whole campus and every nook and corner of the corners. Of course, when he was studying here, 1970, 79, am I right? 67 to 71. Imagine how it would have been. Maybe there are less number of trees, less number of buildings, etc. But then still even now he is able to cherish every moment that he lived here. Probably his own classmates when we were here, he would have enjoyed more. But still he is able to vibrate with the college activities as such. At the same time, we are also very happy to have Lina Antonetta Maria. Warm welcome to you, ma'am. On behalf of the deceased chief guest and the guest of honor, I would like to express a hearty welcome to these eminent personalities. Secondly, I would like to appreciate and congratulate the Students' Council. ரொம்ப சிரிப்போட உட்கார்ந்திருக்கிறாங்க. அதை விட the people are there at the second row with all their enthusiasm, with all their commitment, I hope, and with all their vision for a dream that today, this year is given to me. I am going to do something unique and something different. Therefore, we are very happy to have the Students' Council members, starting from the chairman and ending with the special and associate secretaries. I don't want to read out the names, but certainly they will be introduced. And when I was going through the pledge as such, the pledge that they are going to do it very clearly says, I would like to collaborate with the management and sincerely undertake activities that would foster the students' development. That is something great that they are going to make it possible. Therefore, we welcome them warmly and appreciate them. Shall we give a big round of applause to the Students' Council members and a lot of cheers to you, all of you, both in the front and as well as on the days itself. And I would like to thank also the deans of students here, Dr. Rayappa, Dr. Matthew Thomas, Joseph Arugiswamy, the deputy principal. These are the first part one that I would like to share. Going for the second part, perhaps a few minutes I would like to take. Normally, I am very always enthused with the Students' Council as such. Remember, there was a boy. The owner of his father, the father is a great landlord. He had sugarcane, everything. But then one fine day, he was kept in front of the big crowd. And a lot of investigation was going on. Why? Because he burnt the whole sugarcane farm. Karumbu thottatha poora thee vechi elichitaru. So everybody was asking, what happened? You have gone mad to burn the whole thing, and your father has been gathering everything for you. It is for you in the future, such a big property. Then he said, no, I don't bother about this property. Then what do you want? I don't want to work in the sugarcane farm. Then what else would you like to do? I would like to go to the school and study. My father doesn't allow me to go to the school to study. Rather, he's asked me to work in the sugarcane farm, which means this is a hurdle. This is a hindrance for my education as such. So he boldly took a step. The previous night, he set the whole sugarcane farm on fire and started burning the whole sugarcane farm, completely dashed and destroyed. And that was a little boy later who became the president of Cuba, Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro was such a young person. Even at the young age, he was able to think about what is necessary for the life as such. What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? And how should I go forward? So he was able to think big out of the box, something that will give him a new life, new thinking, and finally he was able to make it, and he had his own volunteers and supporters. Forget about all his political thoughts, but I'm talking about a leader who can have a bigger, wider thinking as such. And that wider thinking put all the youngsters behind him, and he was able to lead the country for many, many, many years. Today, as we think about these great students' council leaders and the student council members, I think they must think big, big, big. Wider thinking is needed. Bigger thinking is needed. You must enrich yourself with proper reflective thinking, critical thinking, and finally, a concrete actions as such. கண்டேன் வெகுண்டேன் குமைந்தேன் குமுறினேன் நெஞ்சில் அனல் கொண்டேன் பாரதியார் சொல்லுவார். கண்டேன் வெகுண்டேன் குமைந்தேன் குமுறினேன் நெஞ்சில் அனல் கொண்டேன் என்று சொல்லுவார் பாரதியார். Well, that goes with the words with Bharadiyar today. Perhaps today we need to have a critical reading of the society. What is happening here and what I am doing here as an adult here in studying in Loyola College. The campus that is vibrating with the energy. But where is my energy focusing, getting focused? This is a question. Perhaps the Students' Council will have a greater responsibility in gathering and then focusing the energy of these youngsters so that ultimately we become a force to be reckoned with so that we are able to think differently and make our contribution to the society. வழக்கமாக தமிழ் அருமையாக சொல்வார்கள், ஆற்று நீர் பித்தம் போக்கும், அருவி நீர் கபாலம் போக்கும், சோற்று நீர் கபம் நீக்கும் என்று சொல்வார். சோற்று நீர் என்று சொன்னால் பழைய சோறு நீர். பழைய சோறு எத்தனை பேருக்கு தெரியும் எனக்கு தெரியல. என்னதான் நீங்கள் போனாலும் அந்த பழைய சோறு என்று சொல்கின்ற பொழுது அதில் இருக்கின்ற சத்து வேறு எங்கேயுமே இருக்காது. அந்த பழைய சோறு என்பதை விட அதில் இருக்கின்ற சத்து என்பது முக்கியம். பழசு பழமை, பழசு என்பது வேறு, பழமை என்பது வேறு. But we need to read the history of this Loyola. As we celebrate the centenary of our institution, perhaps we need to root ourselves in the history of Loyola College. We have the alumnus, very nicely you are saying that I'm very happy to be here, Father, as an alumnus, which means I am cherishing every part of this campus, every time that I lived here. Perhaps today we need to think about what kind of a past we had, but what kind of the past this particular soil had, and we need to root ourselves in the same history so that we are able to have a new vision for our future, which means we need to live in the present. So rooted in the past, living in the present, and moving towards the past in a manner that will be worthy of my living, as well as the call that is given to you, my dear Thambigale, to live in this Loyola College as a different and a unique person. And I'm sure these Students' Council members, all the officials, with all their leadership qualities, will be able to guide us, will be able to enable us to think forward so that ultimately our journey in this campus, along with the Students' Council, will be a meaningful one. Let's say that all of us will join hands and move towards as a team and let the line shine in all of our activities. And therefore, we will assure our support to the Students' Council, and certainly we will be with them. So we are here to appreciate once again and congratulate them for their wonderful mission that they are undertaking today, starting today. Let God's grace be, blessings be with all of you. May God bless all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father, for your inspiring words, wishes, and blessings. I now call upon Reverend Dr. A. Lewis Arakiraj S.J., Principal, Loyola College, to share his words of encouragement and blessings.
Respected the chief guest of the day, Thiru R. Sankaranarayanan, Senior Counsel, Additional Solicitor General of India, Southern Zone, and our distinguished alumnus, the guest of honor, Thirumadi Lina Antoinette Maria, Deputy Director of Income Tax, South Zone Vigilance, Father Secretary, Deputy Principal, Deans of Students, officials, respected faculty, the elected members of Loyola Students' Council 2025-26, and my dear young and enthusiastic Loyolites, students, particularly the first year students, with immense joy, I stand before all of you on this day of inauguration of the Loyola Students' Council for this academic year. Today is July 8th. July 7th is a very, very important day in the history of Loyola College. Can anyone name it what it is? July 7th. Yesterday, July 7th. Today is July 7th. July 7th has a very important, significant moment in the history of Loyola. It was in the year 1925, July 7th, that the academic year began in Loyola College with just 75 students on July 7th. And today, my dear friends, faculties, esteemed guests, and you, my dear young and enthusiastic students, particularly the first years who have gathered here, you and I are privileged to be part of this great institution during this centenary year of Loyola College with 9,244 students on the roll till date in Loyola College in 2025. And dear friends, it is a very important, exhilarating moment for all of us, both the chief guest of honor, the management and staff and students, faculty. I would like to appreciate the elected members of Loyola Student Council, and you have been chosen by your own student friends as hope and with aspirations. I have no doubt that you will fulfill the responsibilities with utmost care, commitment, integrity, serving the beacons of inspiration for every one of your student friends. Dear friends, it is a great opportunity. We have great personalities among us as the chief guest of honor, deans, vice principals, officials, staff, and your own student friends as a source of inspiration. I would like to just inspire all of us with these three words, that we have here personalities who are as a source of inspiration. And we have the elected students' body as source of innovation and responsibility. You have been chosen as leaders with a difference, leaders for a change, leaders who can be innovative in responding to the signs of the times. Dear friends, the elected members, it is a great responsibility given to you to take this Loyola to greater heights. July 7th, 1925 to July 8th, 2025, and now the portal is in your hands to take Loyola to greater heights. Your leadership has a lot of responsibilities and innovative ways of intervention in forming the youngsters who are the privileged lot in this society to be part of higher education. Dear friends, you and I should be very happy and proud that we are in the top few percent who are privileged to be part of this higher education. And hence, dear friends, the Student Council is a source of inspiration, source of innovation, so that they could frame policies and programs for the holistic formation. Source of innovation and responsibility lies with the elected members of the student council. And my dear student friends, each of us is part of this whole endeavor of Loyola Students' Council. After all, the entire college focuses on the formation of you, my dear friends, as young and enthusiastic hearts and minds. Together, we have to march ahead for development and empowerment. Be the change you want to see. Be passionate in our leadership as well as students. We have this leadership not merely for name and fame, but with responsibility and innovation. I would like to appreciate the student council members as they are taking the first step of this academic year in taking the oath pledge and becoming the leaders of the student council with the logo and their slogan as intent, initiate and impact. Your intention and your efforts, the enthusiastic, realistic presence, the dynamic plan should have a great impact not only among the students of Loyola here, but also it has to have an impact in the society with our social responsibility. And dear friends, on this occasion, I would like to appreciate the student council. You have made a difference already in the beginning, even before taking the office. I came to know that you will be donating rupees 3 lakhs for the Kuriakus Scholarship Fund by the Student Council during this centenary year. And that shows that your leadership is different. Your leadership is a source of inspiration. Your leadership is source of initiation. Your leadership is a source of impact, not only of the students within the campus, but also towards the society with the societal responsibility. We are proud of you, dear friends. And that's what Loyola wants every one of us to be. Not merely ordinary students in this India, but change makers. Change makers who can create change for oneself, for our families, bringing glory, and for the entire college, bringing glory for the college. And of course, ultimately, you and I should be bringing glory for the nation in upbuilding the fame and name of inclusivity, innovation, and transformation. I wish that all of us together move forward with the values of inclusion, respecting the diversity of men and women, of different religion, of different caste groups, of different nature of people here inside and outside the campus. Let us respect everyone with dignity, and that should be the source of inspiration that we should be getting it from the Loyola campus and particularly from the Loyola Student Council this year. Let your presence, your plan, organization, and the intervention programs and policies be passionate, be persevering, be impactful for you and for others. And I take this opportunity to appreciate the deans of students and all the staff so that together we will achieve greater heights. Let your light shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for reasserting the values, tradition, and culture of leadership in Loyola College.
நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு சங்கர நாராயணன் அவர்களை வாழ்த்தி வரவேற்புரை வழங்க வருமாறு திரு விஷாரத் லோயோலா மாணவர் பேரவை ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றேன்.
A very good afternoon to everyone. It gives me great privilege to introduce our chief guest, Mr. R. Sankara Narayanan, who is a distinguished alumnus of our college. He's a senior counsel and he's also served in various positions in the government of India. Sir joined Loyola College in the year 1967 for his pre-university, and in the year 1968 he went on to do his BCom and after which in the year 1971 he did his LLB from the Madras Law College and enrolled in the legal profession in the year 1974. As of 2024, he's completed 50 glorious years, which is a phenomenal achievement in the legal sector. And he's also worked in various areas of the legal sector. In all of this, all the conversations that I've had with Sir today, he shows a deep passion for Loyola College, which I believe you'll all notice in his speech today. And most of you here, being first years, I believe you'll resonate very well with this, and the upcoming council members, you too, will resonate very well with this. Apart from this, during the emergency years, Sir has been the Tamil Nadu Secretary for the Citizens for Democracy movement that was led by J.P. Narayanan, and he's also worked extensively for the rehabilitation of Sri Lankan Tamil refugees with Cho Ramaswamy. Before I would like to conclude, I just want to say one thing that Sir told me a few days ago. He was held up with a bunch of cases and he said that it was going to be difficult, but ultimately he was able to sort of reschedule the case because the lawyer who was his opponent was also a Loyolite. So that is the kind of connection that Loyola brings forth, and I believe that his speech is also going to reflect that. We welcome you, sir.
திரு விஷாரத் அவர்களுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. புதிதாக பொறுப்பேற்றுள்ள லொயோலா மாணவர் பேரவையின் மாணவ தலைவர்களுக்கு வாழ்த்துரை வழங்க வருமாறு நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு சங்கர நாராயணன் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றேன்.
அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். கண்டிப்பாக போர் அடிக்க மாட்டேன், கவலைப்படாதீங்க. அட்வைஸ் பண்ண போகிறதில்ல, கவலைப்படாதீங்க. It was in 1967. I was sitting in the very same hall with hardly about 30 students occupying the first 3 rows. It was not air conditioned then. That was 15 days before the college opened for a pre-university. Why were the 30 students here? This college thought it fit to prepare us for our future and offered a course to those students who had studied in mediums other than English, called as a bridge course. That is my first entry into Loyola, into Bertram Hall. I always tell my friends who are there across the world today occupying very big positions that I have the confidence that you have to write an examination, be any examination today in this hall, I will definitely pass. There is some kind of a vibration this hall gives me, some kind of a goosebumps that I get, some kind of a happiness that I get in this hall. Friends, before I felicitate the students who have been elected, may I be permitted to share my interesting thoughts about this. Before I proceed further, I need to tell you in the invitation it is shown that I am the Additional Solicitor General Southern Zone. I resigned in 2023 due to personal reasons. I had to go out, therefore I resigned. I held that post until then. It was indeed a pleasure that I am meeting an officer from Income Tax whom I represented during my 3-year tenure and continue to represent them in some of the cases. When I was asked as a lawyer, where do you begin your life, tell me, I told them, first, Ramakrishna School, where I studied my 10th and 11th standard, made me become a human being. They told me, be humble. They told me, every person, every creature has a life and please respect it. They taught me everything that a human being should learn. Then I walked into this college. This college made me a man. This college converted an introvert into an extrovert. I owe it to this institution. This is where we used to write our English essays every Wednesday afternoon between 2 to 4. Same topics. 2 to 4, 2 hours, dedicated for writing essays. It will be like an examination hall. Chairs won't be near each other. There will be a gap so that each one writes independently. So what is so great about it? You have read? You know what it is? You are going to reproduce as you are going to reproduce in an examination. No. They told me, before you start writing anything, you need to have a plan in your mind. The plan I did not understand. My tutor told me, gentlemen, first of all, you write an introduction. So if you write an essay from the English textbook, there will be no introduction. From whatever you have read, you will have to cull out the central theme or focus or fulcrum, bring it in your introduction part. Then he said, you go into your next main part of the essay. Each paragraph shall convey a particular meaning. Therefore, try to give a heading or a subheading for that paragraph, at least mentally. But to start with, right in the first paragraph itself, introduction, main part, this is the theme, this is the theme of the third, this is the theme of the fourth, etc. Then ultimately, assimilate everything, conclude, write conclusion. I can positively tell you with all courage and confidence that when I entered the legal profession, it's all about drafting. I was able to perfect the art of drafting. One cannot say that it has been completely perfected. Yes, to the extent possible, I owe it to this institution. I owe it to this institution which encouraged me and taught me how to think and how to write. If there are students who have come from other mediums like me, as I did, we have a small problem in our life. I will be slightly bilingual for the purpose of communication facility. ஒரு விஷயத்தை யோசிக்க சொன்னா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா அப்படியே ஒரு தமிழ்ல யோசிச்சுட்டு அப்படியே இங்கிலீஷ்ல எழுதுவோம். இப்போ I have a different problem now. Spending about 58 years in this particular manner, writing in English, thinking in English, I have to think in English and then write it in Tamil if required. This thought process was introduced to me here, saying that whatever you are thinking, why don't you frame the sentences in your mind before you start writing? This is where I learned. This is where I wrote not only my BCom examination and pre-university, my second year law college, there is always a problem. Half the time it is closed. Those days, I am not talking about this. There was only law college in entire Tamil Nadu. So our examinations were held in this hall. I wrote the examination in this hall of law college also. In 1971, after I left this college, I had the privilege of coming to this hall to listen to. Friends, how many of you know about Nani Palkiwala? Can you just raise your hands? I am a little disappointed. None of you have heard Nani Palkiwala? How many of you have heard Rajaji, Rajagopalachari? I am at least happy, 2, 3, 4, 5, wonderful, that's a great number. I heard Nani Palkiwala speaking from this dais on economics, politics, history, and while he was talking, Rajagopalachari entered. He was about 94 or 94. He walked down, brought him to the dais, and perhaps that is the last speech that was delivered by Sri Rajaji in this hall. I had the privilege of listening to Nani Palkiwala. Nani Palkiwala is one of the latest legal minds of India. Please do some research and try to know who they are. And let me start with my pre-university. So after completing this course, I went to the regular campus, which was there in the main campus itself, in the first floor, on the left-hand extreme. Whereas you get into the staircase, the right-hand extreme. The first hour that I took, I had the privilege of listening to Professor Berkman's. He taught me logic. Till this day, he helps me a lot when I talk about legal reasoning. He taught me, and when I did not understand even a word of what he taught me, when I met him in the staff room, he told me, don't worry, I'll again teach you. Not for a fee, not for a private tuition, but he said, if anybody wants, I am here all the time to come and help you. He taught me. The next class was Professor V. Seshan, who has written a book on bookkeeping those days. I am sure it must be available somewhere in the library too. So also Professor Berkman's book on logic must be here. After this, I intend going to the library. He taught us the elements of bookkeeping, also encouraged us to speak in English in the classroom. Initially, it was difficult, but we did learn. It was there I met Professor Felix, who taught me economics. Then for my first year BCom, we had to write an entrance examination, even though we had done our pre-university here. Entrance examination was quite tough and filtered, and we got admitted in the BCom course. During the BCom course, I met a part-time law lecturer, Vedantam Srinivasan, with whom I have lived my rest of life till he passed away in 2013. In my office, when Risharat and other students came, I showed him the photograph of my lecturer. It was here that I gained the confidence that I could enter the law profession, and I was always with him. And incidentally, he was an old Loyolite. I joined in 67, he completed in the 40s, and my uncle did during the freedom struggle here, he did his BA mathematics in this college. To be a part of Loyola is a gift. If you are a believer, God has given it. I am a believer, God gave me. I came here by sheer coincidence, God's gift. I entered this institution, learnt a lot, and today I am positively assert and state it gave me the confidence to march ahead in life. I said that this college made me from an introvert to an extrovert. How? There was a forum known as Planning Forum. I asked them, I believe it is no longer there, ICAF is there, we used to go there, right? Planning Forum was decided. The object of Planning Forum was, you must invite people, bring them here, talk to you on career advancement courses. This is where I met Dr. H.V. Hande, who is still alive, a former minister of the Tamil Nadu state. You can see him in TVs here and there, even now at the age of 96, he walks and speaks. I had invited him as a joint secretary for Planning Forum. He gave me an opportunity, those 3 years in BCom, to interact with outsiders, bring them here, make them deliver lectures, speak with them, speak at the meeting, understand what exactly they are conveying. So that made me move with people other than the one whom I meet in the college. This Planning Forum helped me. This is what Student Council is doing today. So much so, only thing that I always missed was when I joined Loyola, the NCC, which was compulsory in all educational institutions, was stopped for various reasons. Let me not get into those reasons. Therefore, I missed the opportunity of being in the National Cadet Corps. I was in the NCC in the school. I walked into the room. I was thrilled. I wanted to wear that uniform and take my guest, but I couldn't. They did it, and I had the honor of receiving it and coming marching along with them, saluting them. It was a great event today. So what exactly is Loyola taught you? Friends, it is not merely education. It is not merely English. It is not merely the commerce that I learned. It is the peaceful coexistence amongst all our students. Be high, small, irrespective of caste, creed, religion. They taught us to move. You just look at it today. If I ask you a question, what do you do? Honestly, tell me, what do you do? I was teaching in the Presidency College Law as a part-time international law lecturer for some time. That happened in 2003, 2004. I gave an assignment. Next day, the man brought me a wonderful essay. I was stunned. So I called the student and I told him, you have written so well. How did you do it? Then I came back. When I came back to the office, my office consists of a chartered accountant and law firm. So some of these young students, look at it, he has written so beautifully, this student. They just smiled at me, sir, you have been fooled. I asked them why. He took it from Google and Wikipedia. Just took a printout, handed it over to you, and you believed it. So friends, what do? You go to the Google and learn everything that you want. That is not be all and end all. You have to read textbooks. If you can read everything in Google, what makes you come here and sit? You can as well do it and write your examination. Then what exactly is it? When coming to the college is to ensure that you do it at a particular point of time, not at your will and wish, that you listen to somebody, gather from them, read textbooks, that you coexist with all your students in the same classroom, you share your thoughts with them. It is this discipline or developing as a wholesome personality that education gives. You cannot afford to miss it. I was happy to know that now it is called as a student council. What do we mean by council? What is the difference between an association and a council? I am asking you on a very general term. It is council because what do we call the Rajya Sabha? Or the bicameral, the second legislative council which is there. Can Rajya Sabha pass legislation? They can only counsel the Lok Sabha. I am sure in your civics, those who are students of history or constitution, you would have understood. The purpose of a council is not confrontation. Purpose of a council is not to tell what you want me to tell me to the management. The job of a council is to find out what is good for you and what is good for the management, and that try to convince you and convince them. They are this in between you, the students, and the management. They have to counsel both and tell them this is required for the students in general, please do this, and tell you, please do not insist on this because management is right. That is why it is different from an association. This council must do the job of a counseling and not a path of confrontation. I am not against any organized protest, etc., but you must have a reason, solid enough reason. All these things started in the pre-independence days because there was no other method of expression. We have no all methods of expression, communicating, negotiating, discussing. So how else would you help? Today, the problem is, all of us think that we will have to do engineering or medicine. CA. Those who are studying commerce, they all come to CA. Now I find it is CMA from United States, cost accounts, company secretary, all these things. But what about others? Are there no avenues? Therefore, you require a career. I was talking to our deputy director. She was telling me, today, I do not know how many of you know that you can enter the IRS, what you should do. Not merely IAS. Please do not think that IAS is the only way to get into the service job. There are several methods. You must ask these people to come and give you career guidance and start preparing right now. You are in a competitive world. In a competitive world, it is not selection, it is elimination. If all of you perform better, the last 10% percentile goes out, the others come in. Therefore, in a competitive world, you must ensure that you are competent enough to address these examinations. Therefore, my suggestion would be, the council must arrange periodical meeting for even small groups or a larger group to have a class through these people. How many of you are aware that the Indian Defense Forces require a lot of people? Can you just raise your hands? Any idea as to how the Indian Defense Forces function? What exactly you should do? At least I thought Operation Sindoor must have woken you up. There is a lot of career growth in defense forces. Please think about it. There is an officers training academy, the Indian Military Academy, you've got an Air Force Academy, you've got different branches of the administrative wings. You can participate. So I would like you to utilize the library, very good library. I am confident during my days. The third thing is, the sports had a lot of role to play in this college. This is where can you tell me who is the greatest sportsman from this college? Can anyone talk about this? I said the Amritraj brothers. One Amritraj brother was my senior, one Amritraj brother was my junior. They went to play Wimbledon. It has produced great cricket. The present editor-in-chief of Hindu was the wicket-keeper of Loyola College cricket team. It has produced very great people. Therefore, you must also take advantage of all the facilities that are available here. To me, if I am a man today, I owe it to this college, to this institution, to those lecturers who taught me here. I would like you to reminiscence and think, when you become old, probably 50 years down the line, when you think of this college, you will remember that the schools where you studied and this college gave you all that you have that day, and then recollect the great days that you have spent here. Above all, there has to be a sense of discipline. Whether you are inside the campus or outside the campus, whoever meets must be able to distinguish a student from this college and from any other college, because it is not mere discipline. Extending a helping hand those who need at times of need. 2015 to 2015, there was a great flood. In the same hall I was here. I was doing some relief activities. This college coordinated. The students of this college assembled here helped us in distributing those goods to the needy. It went on for 4 days. The food was provided in this college. Therefore, you must also be ready at every point of time, at any given point of time, to come forward and extend your helping hand and do the needful. My only request to you is, please, please do not forget this great institution. Bring back the glory. When I entered into this college, I knew I am entering into one of the greatest institutions. When I left, I felt that I am leaving one of the greatest institutions. You must have the same feeling. 100 years on, and next 100 years, you are playing for the second century, beginning as an opening batsman, laying enough ground for the persons who follow you to take it forward to that next year, next level. Thank you, Reverend Fathers. Thank you, Jesuit. Thank you, my students. Before I conclude, I felicitate the newly elected council members. I only hope that they will do the coordination activities in such a manner that there is a constructive suggestion on everything that is done by the management and the student, and not a mere criticism, not path of confrontation, but a path of conciliation, and ultimately for the sake of not your own good, not my good, but the goodness of our whole nation. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
தங்களுடைய கல்லூரி நாட்களை நினைவு கூர்ந்து மாணவர்கள் மத்தியிலும் மாணவ தலைவர்கள் மத்தியிலும் எழுச்சிமிகு உரையாற்றிய நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு சங்கரநாராயணன் அவர்களுக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நமது விழாவின் கௌரவ விருந்தினர் திருமதி லீனா ஆண்டனட் மரியா அவர்களை வாழ்த்தி வரவேற்புரை வழங்க வருமாறு லொயோலா மாணவர் பேரவை செயலாளர் திரு ஹரிஷ்குமார் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றேன்.
Good morning to everyone gathered here. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Ms. Lena Antoinette Maria IRS, currently serving as the Deputy Director of Income Tax Vigilance, South Zone, Chennai. An alumna of PSGR Krishnammal College, Coimbatore, she graduated in physics in 1992, where she served as the college union president and was awarded the Best Outgoing Student Gold Medal. She joined the Income Tax Department in 1993 and has risen through the ranks with dedication, becoming an officer in 2015, Assistant Commissioner in 2017, and serving in various key roles across investigation, assessment, recovery, and training. She had also contributed as a faculty member at the National Academy of Direct Taxes in Chennai. Beyond her impressive career, Ms. Reena is passionate about motivating students to consider government service, regularly speaking at schools and career guidance programs across Chennai. We are honored to have such an inspiring leader with us today. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Lena Antoinette Maria I, IRS with a warm round of applause. Thank you.
திரு ஹரிஷ்குமார் அவர்களுக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றி. அதனைத் தொடர்ந்து நமது மாணவர்கள் மத்தியில் உரையாற்ற வருமாறு கௌரவ விருந்தினர் திருமதி லீனா ஆண்டனெட் மரியா அவர்களை அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
Good afternoon to all. Everyone here spoke about the glory of the institution, what happened, and our chief guest went through memory lane. I was not lucky enough to be a part of this, but I think I know more than anyone here about Loyola because I'm married to a Loyola alumni, and he just can't stop about the glory of the institution, about his, and more so if some other old student of Loyola comes home, then all we hear the whole evening is only Loyola, Loyola, Loyola. Okay, so I know more than anyone how much this institution means to all of them and what glory. Lots of IRS officers who have been part of this institution, who have come out of this institution. So I just, in its centenary year, that it continues to uphold the glory, and upholding the glory of the institution depends on each one of you. So I wish all of you that you will hold the glory of the institution in the years to come. And now to the leaders who are here today, who are the focus of today's function. What should a leader do? What Harish? A leader should never do all the work. Point number one, a leader should never do all the work. Then what should you do? You should pretend to do all the work, but actually get the work done. Understood? So today morning when I came, I saw them rushing here and there, trying to get things done. So panicky, so much of tension. No, Anto. You have to cultivate a group of students around you, a group of friends, a group of supporters who will help you do everything. That is what leadership is about. If you are the one who is constantly running around to fix every problem, write every notice, arrange every chair and settle every squabble, you will not be a leader. You will be exhausted. True leadership is about vision, teamwork and trust. It is knowing how to delegate without dumping it on anyone. No one should feel that you have dumped your work on them. You should very diplomatically delegate your work. You should know how to inspire without imposing and how to take charge without taking. It's not about being the loudest voice in the room, but the one everyone listens to when it matters. So some of you are captains, presidents, secretaries, and I know these badges, all these blazers, everything matters. So when I was elected the college union president, even I too felt the same thing. Something great, I've achieved something. But after all that, died down, then I realized that leadership is not the title on your chest. It's about the trust you build. So after so many years of leadership roles, I have learnt a few things which I want to share with you. First thing is you don't need all the answers. Don't get tensed about your positions. You don't need your answers. You only need to ask the right questions. What do you do in ChatGPT? As soon as you put a question in ChatGPT, do you get the right answer? No. You need the right prompt. No, you need the right word. So in the same way is your leadership. You have to ask the right question to get the right answer. So now when you are speaking and asking for ideas from your friends and your classmate comes with a very crazy idea, what would you do? What would you do? Don't say, what a mokka idea you are giving us. laugh it out and go ahead. Don't do that. Because change starts and change comes from crazy ideas. So you allow every one of your team member to speak. However crazy the idea is, listen to it and give it a shot. Okay, so the leaders have to encourage your teammates to put forth their ideas. See, today if you say that it is a crazy idea and you push it away, next time you ask for a question, you will not get the answer from your teammates. So listening is a great skill that a leader needs. And a leader should not be scared to do the right thing. Even if it is unpopular, a leader should, or does not mean that standing alone undermine your leadership. So even if you stand alone, you should be standing for what is right. So it is not always glamorous to stand alone and fight for what is right, but it is worth it in the long run. And the next thing is learn to laugh. Laugh not at others, laugh at yourself. It's okay, there will be days when everything that you have planned goes sideways. Things don't work the way you want to. When the mic doesn't work, when the volunteers vanish away, and then you put on the PowerPoint and last year's annual day video will play instead of your first slide. All this will happen, but it's okay. Breathe, smile, fix it, and keep going. That's leadership. Lastly, you should lead by lifting others. You don't rise by stepping over other people. You rise by lifting them with you. Like I tell my daughters always, there is place for everyone in the world. Okay, so you don't have to step on others to win your way. Celebrate the small wins of your teammates. Encourage the shy ones and give credit and share the credit whatever you receive. And sometimes leadership is also about stepping back. The mark of a good leader is not how well the group functions when the leader is there. The mark is how well the group functions when the leader is not there. So it is a leader only creates a good team. How you lead the team is only important. Don't do all the work. The teachers and the mentors here today, I want to thank you also, because behind every confident leader is a teacher who has recognized the leadership qualities in that student even before they themselves know it. And with such, I listen to the fathers speak so passionate to bring you all up, to make you something in society. So I can understand how much of their effort has gone into making you leaders today. And really hats off to you all fathers for your efforts. And to the student leaders, you're not being handed over a badge. You are being handed over a baton. So run with it. Trip if you must, but don't drop it. Because your leadership will shape this institution long after the applause dies down. And finally, let me take you back to where I started. A leader is not someone who does everything, but who gets things done right. So go ahead and get things done, even if it is not always neat, even if not everyone claps, even if your Google sheet does not get more than 12 responses. Okay? Don't bother about it. That's okay. Keep showing up and keep leading. Congratulations to each one of you. Thank you.
தலைமை பாங்குதனை தெளிவுபடுத்தி நம் மாணவர்களிடையே ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான உரைதனை அளித்த நமது கௌரவ விருந்தினர் திருமதி லீனா ஆண்டனெட் மரியா அவர்களுக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றிதனை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன்.
It is now time for a moment of solemn commitment. I invite the chief guest, Thiru R. Shankar Narayanan, to honor the elected members with a badge and to administer the oath to the elected members of the Loyola Students' Council. I now request Mr. Anto Rishabh SL, President, Loyola Students' Council, to take the oath.
அது தெரியல வரைக்கும் அப்படி படிக்கணும் வரும் ஐன்னு சொன்னால் மீதி அவங்க படிச்சிருவாங்க எழுதுவாங்க.
I now request Mr. Anto Rishabh SL, President of Loyola Student Council, to take the oath.
Badge. Which is the badge, madam? போடணுமா? A tall man he is, he will take the pledge.
I, Anto Rishabh, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the President of the Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my ability and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the Loyola College ethos and the values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality, and relevance. So help me God.
All the best. Congratulations. Do a wonderful job.
I now request Mr. D. Inauguration, Vice President, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I,
Inauguration V, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8 July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Vice President of Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my abilities and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the college's ethos and values of the dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality, and relevance. So help me God.
congratulations. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Inauguration. I now request Mr. Harish Kumar S., Secretary, Loyola Students' Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I,
Harish Kumar S., do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8 July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Secretary of the Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my ability and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the values of Loyola College ethos and the values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality, and relevance. So help me God. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. R. Naresh, Joint Secretary, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I, R. Naresh, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Joint Secretary of the Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my ability and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the Loyola College ethos and the values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality, and relevance. So help me God.
Congratulations. All the best.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. Mustafa, Special Secretary, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
You know, repeat what I say. Take that. Will you repeat? I,
I, Mustafa,
do swear in the name of God,
do swear in the name of God,
solemnly and sincerely affirm,
solemnly and sincerely affirm,
on this day,
on this day,
8th July 2025,
8 July 2025,
that I shall discharge my duties
that I shall discharge my duties
as the Special Secretary
as the Special Secretary
of the Loyola College Students' Council
as the Loyola College Student Council
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and will sincerely strive
to
uphold and promote
and promote
student welfare activities
in alignment with
the Loyola College ethos
the Loyola College ethos
and the values of dedication,
collaboration, excellence,
quality and relevance. So help me God.
Thank you.
thank you. God bless you, man. You'll do well. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. Visharat V, Council Coordinator, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I,
Visharat V, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Council Coordinator of the Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my ability and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the Loyola College ethos and the values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality, and relevance. So help me God.
congrats. Do your duty.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. I now invite Ms. Leela Antoinette to give the badges to the elected members and to administrate the oath. I now invite Ms. Shalini Kumarvel, Associate Secretary, Shift 1, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I, Shalini, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm, on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Associate Secretary of Shift 1 of Loyola College Students' Council to the best of my ability, and will sincerely strive to upload and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the Loyola College ethos and values of dedication and collaboration, excellence, quality and relevance. So help me God.
Thank you. I now invite Ms. Raghavi A., Associate Secretary, Shift 2, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I, Raghavi A., do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Associate Secretary, Shift 2 of Loyola College Student Council to the best of my ability, and will sincerely strive to upload and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the Loyola College ethos and values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality and relevance. So help me God.
Thank you. I now invite Ms. Charlene Tanya, Deputy Council Coordinator, Loyola Student Council, to receive the badge and to take the oath.
I, Charlene Tanya, do swear in the name of God, solemnly and sincerely affirm on this day, 8th July 2025, that I shall discharge my duties as the Deputy Council Coordinator of the Loyola College Student Council to the best of my ability, and will sincerely strive to uphold and promote student welfare activities in alignment with the college ethos and the values of dedication, collaboration, excellence, quality and relevance. So help me God. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dignitaries, for administering the oath. I now request Dr. J. Justin Rayappa, Dean of Students Shift 1, to administer the pledge for all the nominated members of Loyola Student Council 2025 to 2026.
So may I request all the council members to stand, including the office bearers. Kindly repeat after me. As I stand here, I am deeply aware of the vision of the college and my roles and responsibilities as a member of the Loyola Students' Council. I feel privileged that I am provided an opportunity to serve my brothers and sisters in the college. I promise to you to develop not reach out to other students in need. I will keep in mind the noble cause the college stands for in all the activities through Loyola Students' Council. So help me God. Thank you. Please be seated.
நாம் அனைவரும் எதிர்நோக்கி காத்திருந்த தருணம், நூற்றாண்டு கடந்த லயோலா கல்லூரியின் முக்கிய அம்சமாக செயல்பட்டு வரும் லயோலா மாணவர் பேரவையின் லட்சணையை வெளியிட வருமாறு நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு சங்கர நாராயணன் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம்.
The Loyola Students' Council is pleased to introduce its new insignia, an elegant fusion of academic tradition and luxury branding. The emblem features a loyal blue background with shimmering gold accents symbolizing nobility, trust, and legacy. At its center, a torch set within the shield bearing a book represents the leadership, wisdom, and institutional strength. Surrounding it is a compass arrows aligning with the guiding motto intent, initiate, impact. And the subtle ripple lines signify the council's expanding influence across the campus, all encircled by the ring of golden stars denoting honor and high standards. The bold serif typography reinforces clarity and ensuring versatility. This insignia is more than a logo. It is a hurdle of purpose, tradition, and contemporary excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shalini. We now move to the heart of the event, the induction ceremony of the nominated members of the Loyola Student Council 2025 to 2026. I request Mr. Matthew Thomas Cruz, Dean of Students Shift 2, to call out the names of the nominated council members. The council members are requested to come onto the dais as your names are read.
So good afternoon to everyone. All the nominated secretaries, you're all waiting for this time. The time has come. So may I now request our chief guest to distribute the badges to our cultural secretaries are Arukia Infant Tony, Mohammed Zainul, Asmita Evangeline, Rangavira, Shai Ritik Shaktivel, Avinash, Don Itzak, Yogan Sumot, Ria Sanchia, so you can give a big round of applause when people are receiving the badges. Sarika, Tiruvengadam, Shrega, Srinath, Mega Sri, Sanjay, Kevin, and Sachin Kumar. Now may I request our chief guest to be seated for a photo shoot. Thank you. May I request our guest of honor to distribute the badges to documentation secretaries. Ananthakrishnan, Nishan, Brighton Samuel, Hebron, Jay Karthik, Irdia Lordwin. Now may I request our guest of honor to be seated for the photo session. Thank you. May I now request our Reverend Father Secretary to distribute the badges to Event Secretary. Sai Teji Amudavani, Mega Ashok Kumar, Josh Nikita, Ben Christo, Reena Glad, Dinesh, Naveen, Sushant, Ritini, Bernard, Shobana, Harish, Richard, Mohammad Ashif, Bentoni, Donick, Praveen Manigandan, Jayant, Jnanashayam. Now may I request our Reverend Father Secretary to be seated for the photo shoot. Thank you. May now request our Reverend Father Principal to distribute the badges to Finance Secretaries. Jacob Israel, Ashley Wilford, Chaitanya, Mohammad Isaac, Yashwant, Ashish, Mohammed Faisal, Francis, Sam Anthony, Shashwat, Ashil, Ashwit, Vaidiswaran, Alvin, Bhargav, Humar, Hamad, Rakshit, Aravind, Hamad, Javagar, Aravind, Anish, Radha Krishnan, Cheryl, Sanjay, Usman. So I request the audience to give a big round of applause.
Purchase your tracks today.
Thank you. May I now request our Reverend, may I request our Deputy Principal to distribute the badges to Logistics Secretary. Akhil, Stephen, Tirupati, Noble, Yuvan, Bala Dandabani, Praveen, Sanjay, Kishore, Christopher Kevin. Now may I request our Deputy Principal to be seated for the photo shoot. Thank you. May I request our chief guest one more time to distribute the badges to media secretaries. Renis, Samuel, Darshini, Darshan, Karthik, Sanjay, Ansia Pulavan, Januja, Vijay, Meenakshi, Iranas, Anima, Nakshatra. Now I request our chief guest to be seated for the photo session. Thank you. So once again, I humbly request our guest of honor to come and distribute the badges to our public secretary, public relations secretaries, Hind, Gautam, Rahul, Abhishek, Jovid, Justin, John, Tinku, Sundar, Siddhesh. May I request our guest of honor to be seated for the photo shoot. Thank you. Now I request Reverend Father Secretary to distribute the badges to our sports secretaries, Aditya, Arun Kishore, Harish, Ashwat, Joshua. May I request Reverend Father Secretary to be seated for the photo shoot. Thank you. May I request our Reverend Father Principal to distribute the badges to Students' Welfare Secretaries. Abby, Godwin, Nandakishore, Harris, Joy. May I request Reverend Father Principal to be seated for the photo shoot. Thank you. Before ending this ceremony, I like to read a quote which I have borrowed from Martin Luther Jr. The darkness cannot remove the dark, the light can do it. So let your light shine and be a beacon light for everyone. Thank you for everyone, and congratulations to the nominate members. And also thank you to the dignitaries on stage, and also to the professors and officials off stage. Thank you to everyone. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. As a gesture of gratitude and responsibility, the Loyola Student Council is proud to contribute 3 lakhs to the Father Kuriakose Scholarship Fund, supporting the dreams of aspiring students and deserving students. Father Kuriakose Scholarship Fund will be given by the President, Mr. Anto Rishabh, and Vice President, Mr. Inauguration, on behalf of the Loyola Student Council Secretaries, and it will be received by the Father Secretary and by Father Principal.
லயோலா மாணவர் பேரவை சார்பில் அருட்தந்தை குரியாகோஸ் உதவித்தொகை நிதிக்காக ரூபாய் 3 லட்சம் தனை வழங்குகிறார்கள். உங்களுடைய கைத்தட்டல்கள் மூலமாக அவர்களுக்கு பாராட்டை வழங்குமாறு அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
Dear friends, on behalf of Loyola management, particularly Alumni Association, Director and Alumni members, we would like to thank and appreciate the Loyola Student Council and every council member and my dear students for this contribution of rupees 3 lakhs for the Kuriakose Scholarship Fund for the deserving students. It is a very great gesture and I appreciate this, and I would like to welcome others to contribute more for this so that we can really cater to the deserving students. Once again, congratulations and my appreciations. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. As we near the end of the inaugural ceremony, I now invite Mr. D. Inauguration, Vice President of Loyola Student Council, to deliver the vote of thanks, expressing our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this day truly special.
As we draw this event to a close, it's my privilege to thank our esteemed chief guest, Mr. R. Sankaranarayanan, and honored guest of honor, Mrs. Lena Antoinette Maria, for kindly accepting our invitation and sharing their inspiring insights. To Revered Secretary and Correspondent, Reverend Dr. D. Thomas Alexander S.J., our respected Principal Reverend Dr. A. Louis Aragiraj S.J., Deputy Principal Professor L. Joseph Aragesami, Dean of Students Shift 1 Dr. J. Justin Rayappa, and Dean of Students Shift 2 Professor Matthew Thomas Cruz. We express heartfelt gratitude for your great guidance and support. To our faculty member and fellow students, thank you for your presence and enthusiasm. Special appreciation to the organizing committee for the dedication and hard work in making this event a success. We're looking forward for the Students' Council 2025-2026, serving as a platform for the students' growth, leadership, and community engagement. And remember, intent, initiate, and impact. Thank you to everyone.
மிக்க நன்றி. பன்முகத்தன்மையோடு பரந்து விரிந்த இந்திய திருநாட்டின் புகழை போற்றி பாடும் வகையில் தேசிய கீதம் பாட அனைவரும் எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
Kindly remain standing as the dignitaries exit the hall. Please. Kindly remain standing as